The Spitfire. Last I left off on the bottom here, I did take a little bit of white and the basically medium gray base coat and highlighted a little bit, a few areas, so I lightened up that. And then for the top, I went in with Tamiya khaki, and that was for the brown base coat. If you look at the, I call it British brown right through. I think it's too dark. I like it a little more lighted, and I think it's more faded. So I went with the Tamiya khaki on that. For the camo, I went with the RAF Tamiya green, but it was a little too light. It basically blended in with the base coat. So I had to add Tamiya green number 2 with the RAF green, and it came out beautifully. And you can see it more defined once I got it on there. I like to do subtle camo. Basically, if you see it and I got all my big lights on, so basically when the light hits it, you can see different ways, different effects, especially when you're in person, and also normal light. I like I like it just. I don't like it distinct, like as you can see the camo here. I like it more of a faded look, and I believe in a combat ready plane, that's seen service. It already has faded and a little bit of wear and tear. But anyway, did get the camo on. Basically, next thing I got to do on this is paint the exhaust, do a little more weathering, kind of blend in the camo with a little more panel work, just little post shading here and there, and then seal it, and then put decals on. But that's where I stand on the Spitfire, the Typhoon. And I did this morning. I did get the camo on, and where did I use? I used medium gray and then the REF green for the camo pattern. Hopefully you can see it. However, I do everything freehand on camo, and again, like the Spitfire and all my camouflage, I like it very subtle, especially when the light hits it different ways. It makes it look dark one angle, light on another, and so on and so forth. But this Typhoon, especially this version that we're doing right there, it has invasion stripes on. So for the invasion stripes, and I just take Tamiya tape, and I always tape off both ends, basically where the length of the stripes go. And then I always put down white first, and then I'll seal it, and then I'll put some tape down, and then do the black stripes. And this way, a lot of people, it's easier to put light down than put a darker color over light. I like to do the less black, because just basically when you put the black stripes on, it's less paint. But anyway, I like to do the white first, and I don't like to do it opaque. I like to do it a little bit of see-through, because you can actually see it, how it's kind of faded on there. Because in the real life, when they actually painted these on, they used a mop or whatever brush tool they could find to sloppily paint it on. And I think also when it flies, it's chipping the paint, fading the paint from sitting in the sun and everything. And that's why I like to do it a little bit of faded colors. So that's where I stand on the white there. I got some crystal clear. I did spray that. I want to wait today for it to really dry, and then I'll go back in and I'll lay down tape to cover the white, and then take the airbrush and paint the black stripes. And then I want to have a black day painting session, because after I paint the stripes, then I want to paint all the wheels and the propellers all at one time. But while I was painting the white, I had to remember these things are gear down. So the landing gear, and you don't have to mask off the wheel wells. You can take a airbrush at the low setting and paint around it. And if you get a little bit in there, you can put a little more wash and cover it up. It's no big deal. But I had to do the outside of the landing gear bay doors, and I had to get them white. And then once I get the stripes on, I'll basically pop them over and try to find and then tape off where the little black stripe goes, and that'll be easy as that. But anyway, that's where I stand on the plane. So probably going to have to, I'll probably paint a little more today on the Spitfire, and then I'll wait a day or two to start doing the black on the Typhoon. The Jeepers Creepers truck. I'm probably going to repeat myself a couple times because I'm at this kind of basically the sanding stage. What I did is I took the hood of the cab here, and in the cab, the nose really should be, I want to say, a little more, the tip of it should be a little more cut off, just a tad. But what I want to do is just keep it simple, is I glued it on. I put some epoxy sculpt on here, and I'm going to put some more, I got to put a little more epoxy sculpt and a little more, and put some red putty, and then I'm going to smooth out the, where the hood is. It should be more round, not to a point. And I'm just going to build up the sides and then sand it down. But it should be a little bit shorter, but I ain't going to worry about it, and it won't affect the overall of the truck itself. But anyway, there's going to be a few days of me just putting on a layer of putty, sanding, and getting up to base shape. So if you see me repeating the same thing, that's what I'm doing. I did whack off the back of the truck here because the actual trailer, it connects to the bed, so I'll know where to measure out where the axle goes roughly. And what I'll probably do is I'll put the wheels on this and just see where the truck ends. It should be about the right length, but anyway, that's where I'm going to be on that for a while. I got to get the cab or the hood here all smoothed out. And then probably what I'll do is after I sand it down, I'll shoot some primer on it, and then just sand, repeat, sand, repeat. As you can see right here, I'm putting some more AVs, and I'll get some, just work my way around. And now it's just good and sturdy. And I'll probably fill in the windows, make a mold of it, and then probably vacuum form the cab. But that's my game plan anyway, but I got to get the basic shape knocked out on it. So that's about the only really hard part. Doing the back of it here, it's just, square sheets, so won't be a problem on that. And then once I get farther along on the Creepers truck, this is the I want to say the Heroes vehicle. This is what the Creeper truck chases and rams into, and it's not supposed to be this color. It's kind of like a silver metallic, maybe. I mean, it's not this turquoise color, but so I'm gonna I gotta find out what the color is, and I'll jump into that once I get farther along on this. But it's the same like the Cadillac I did, but this time they have screws, so I'll be able to take this apart, and it didn't have rivets, so I don't have to destroy anything. But anyway, it'll get a new paint job and a little bit of an interior coloring in there, and we'll make that look good too to go with the Creeper truck. But anyway, that is what I have got going today. I'm hoping to have it is cold outside, and I'm hoping I'll probably do a little a shed update. I did get some stuff in, so I can talk about that. Anyway, that's what I got going on today. We got the Creepers truck, which we're in the putty sand stage, painting the Typhoon for the invasion stripes, and painting the Spitfire there. So stay tuned for the next exciting episode.